Hey everybody out there in the YO universe, this is Survivor 2002 coming at you again from the Secret Lair in Virginia. First of all, if you are an Adam fan or a Kris fan, I'm sure you could not be a happier camper right now. I know I couldn't be. Our two guys are finally going to go head to head in the finale, and the rumors are flying thick, fast, and furious. Here's what I've been hearing so far. Rumor has it that Kris is possibly going to perform along with Carlos Santana and Lionel Richie, and actually 3 surprise duets in the works. Keith Urban is rumored to be duetting with Kris. Cyndi Lauper will be coming on strong with Allison, who it'll be a pleasure to see back again, even though she's no longer in the running for the finale. And here's the kicker. The producers are possibly working to see if they can get Adam to duet with, drumroll please, David Bowie. Now you cannot get better synergy than that. Talk about similar career trajectories, that would be amazing. In fact, the only way you could top that is, and if he was still living, if they would have been able to get Freddie Mercury to sing with Adam, that would have been the only thing to top it. But looking forward to seeing if any of this really pans out as real. Moving on to some of the current controversies that have been brewing, this whole Prince of Light, Prince of Darkness thing with Kris representing wholesome American apple pie, and has a wife, and he's so meek and humble and nice, and he sings mellow stuff. And then Adam is the sexually ambiguous figure who's dark and goth, and he's unpredictable and possibly dangerous, and is he gay, is he straight, is he bi, we don't even know. Dark and light, people please, come on. What is this, Thanksgiving? Actually what this is, it's the media hype machine working at its hardest and its finest. Talk about manipulation. People don't even realize what's going on behind the scenes. This is all just publicity, and when it comes to that, there is no such thing as bad publicity, especially for this show. Anything that generates buzz, that generates ticket sales, record sales, merchandising sales, ad sales, hey, bring it on, the more the merrier. And what really comes down to the bottom line about Kris versus Adam, there is no versus here. It's all about what money can be made in what amount of time when it comes to both performers. Tell you what, this is going to be really controversial for a lot of people to hear me say this, but I honestly hope that Adam loses and Kris wins. Hear me out. This is the logic behind that. Kris, being the kind of performer that he is, if you know anything about music and you can sit back and just sort of take a very objective eye as maybe an entrepreneur or a record producer, Kris is the kind of performer that's going to have a limited shelf life. Sorry to put it that way, but that's just reality. Yes, he does fit into the Gavin DeGraw / Jason Mraz mold, but here's the thing. We already have a Gavin DeGraw, and we have a Jason Mraz, and we have a John Mayer. They are recognizable brands. They've been around for a while. They're going to be around for a while. Now, I'm not saying that Kris can't step up to the plate and build himself the kind of career that they have, but this show does not make its money on longevity. This show makes its money on the fact that it can jettison a whole bunch of contestants from one season to the next and come up with a whole crop of new ones. But getting back to Kris, there's a limited shelf life on what they can do with him, and he will become part of the American Idol production machine, which means he's got to make the kind of albums they have in mind for him. He's got to sing the kind of songs they have in mind to tailor for him. He's got to play in the venues that they decide upon. He's got to make those appearances. He's got to do everything according to that machine that cranks out stars. Which means that he probably has, 2-3 years tops to make as much revenue for them and possibly for himself that they can make from him until the next season, when people will be going, what was that guy's name? Kris? What? What? And on the other hand, you have Adam, where Kris is very young, very green as far as getting involved with this aspect of the business goes. Adam is not only a seasoned performer, he's a seasoned show business veteran, emphasis on the word business, because that's really what it is. He knows how to promote himself. He knows exactly what aspects to look at and go, you know, y'all want me to do this, but I don't think that would be right for my career. I'd rather go over here and do that. Adam doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that's going to settle for being boxed in very easily. So I can see him really chafing against the American Idol 19 Entertainment Fox TV machine and not being happy about it. And it would probably benefit him more not to win the finale than it would to win the finale. And if you don't believe me, look at the people who didn't win. Kris Daughtry, Clay Aiken to a very, very large extent, Elliot Yamin, who is now touring on his second album and loving every minute of it. So that's the logic behind me saying that I really hope that Adam doesn't win, because in the long run, it benefits him much better. Kris winning would benefit him much better because it would give him a chance to see what the entertainment industry is really like and to get some seasoning under his belt and to really come out when he's ready and say, okay, now I know what kind of artist I am. Now I know what kind of sound I want to have. And I'm not going to be exactly like Gavin and John Mayer and this one and that one over there. Although now there's a new trend building to try to tell people that there's a backlash forming against Adam because of the whole light and dark thing, which is absolutely freaking ridiculous. You know, none of that really plays in this whatsoever. It's talent. And it's also the kind of talent that they're dealing with. And also, unfortunately, the popularity aspect. Who's got the most voters? Who's got the least voters? And what voters are going to step up when it counts to push them through to the final decision and therefore the determined winner of the American Idol title and everything that goes with it. I'm going to say right now that Adam is poised to win. And that's going to be my choice. If Kris does upset everybody and win, I'm not going to consider it an upset. I'm going to consider it a plus and advantage for both of them that'll work out in the end. That, boys and girls, is the last Aftershock. I'm not going to bother with the Fantasy Song Camp. That's all said and done as far as I'm concerned. Whatever they pick for the upcoming finale, que sera, sera, baby. I'll be like everybody else, sitting on the edge of my seat and wondering what surprises are in store. And can't wait to find out what they are. So, Tuesday night, I'll be there with bells on. I know you will be too. And I will be seeing you after Wednesday with my series wrap-up. So until then, take care, have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.